Let's talk about the 3 keys to value. These are 3 things that you need to do to get somebody to understand what it is that you're offering, get them interested in it.
Hey internet homie, Jamie here and Ben, and today I have a new video for you because I want to share actionable step-by-step marketing content that you can apply in your business right now, today. Today is a Throwback Thursday video, and that means that you're going to get long-form content where you're going to learn either a specific copywriting technique, a specific marketing technique, or you get to watch over my shoulder while I work. So I definitely recommend getting yourself comfortable, get something to drink, make sure that you have something to take notes in, and buckle in. If you're ready to market smarter, not harder, then make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of my next actionable marketing content videos. All right, let's dive right into it.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Marketing Nerd Show, starring Jamie, the marketing nerd. Grab a seat, take out your notes, and let's get into the show!
Welcome to Copy That Converts. Who's ready to learn how to make money? Oh, are we in the wrong room? Lupe, girl, we gotta pack this up and go. I thought there were some women entrepreneurs in here. Who's ready to make money? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so what are you going to learn in this presentation? Are you going to learn the top 2 conversion killers that are tanking your copy? Absolutely. Am I going to show you my product launch email sequence that generated over $4 million in residual revenue? You bet that I am, because I am here for you guys, fam. Are you going to learn something? I hope so. But why should you listen to me? Why should you care about anything that I have to say, right? So just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about me. I work with a lot of clients. These are just some 3 highlights. We're gonna breeze through them because this is an action-packed presentation. You're gonna go home and be able to apply things from this right away. Head Candy, it's an e-commerce company in the beauty niche. We grew from $6 million to $12 million through my conversion rate optimization projects with them together. I also work with influencers like Jay Shetty. I was their lead copywriter for over a year, so that means I was actually the only person doing all of the copywriting for their entire business, for everything, emails, chatbot, landing page, opt-in. I wrote his webinar presentations. So we've done multiple 6-figure launches with 7 figures in residual revenue. Jake Paul, another YouTuber, we've done some conversion rate optimization audits together. So now that you know a little bit about me, let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to what we're here for. How can we make more money? So we're gonna talk about your top 2 conversion killers. Conversion killer number 1 is confusing copy. So maybe this has happened to you before. You are at a networking event. Something that they usually do at networking events is that you have to go around and give your pitch. So it's your turn and you're nervous, but you're like, I'm gonna go for it. So like, you get into it, you feel pretty good about it actually. You finish, you start to look around, and there's just confused faces looking back at you. Or people are on their phone and they don't even care. Or maybe people are virtually shrugging their shoulders at you when they go to your website and they do not reach out to you, when they go to your store and they do not buy from you. So why does that happen? Let's talk about the 3 keys to value. These are 3 things that you need to do to get somebody to understand what it is that you're offering, get them interested in it. The problem is that people do not understand what you're selling. They don't believe that they need it. So for understanding, let's go with believing. Let's do a fun science experiment, because my story about the pitch thing, that was for the understanding. Let's do a fun science experiment for believing. How many of you guys, we're gonna do a hand raising thing, so just get emotionally ready for that. How many of you feel like you're a better driver than like most other people on the road? Raise your hand. Other people suck. I'm good at driving. Raise your hand. All right, not like the best driver ever, just like better than most people. All right, so of everybody else driving on the road, how many of them suck? Raise your hands if you think that other people are not good drivers. Okay, so this is a very common experiment in social psychology. Something is that we all know that car accidents kill a lot of people, right? We're in a room of like maybe 30 people here. How realistic is it? How statistically likely is it that we're all good drivers? There you go. So if people don't believe that they have the problem that you're trying to solve, then they're not going to be interested in your solution. Oh, I remembered my story for the other one. So let's say there's a difference between, let me back up for a second. If I go to your website, what am I gonna see? I click open, what's the first thing that I'm gonna read? It's probably something about you. It's probably something about what you're selling. It's probably something about your business. What is bad about that? What's the problem with that? The problem is that people need to know that you're relevant to them before they care about anything that you have to say as far as resolving it. So if you think about, how many, do we even know what copywriting is? Like, raise your hand if you know what copywriting is. Okay, raise your hand. Oh, that's pretty good. Raise your hand if you don't know what copywriting is. A really quick summary would be that if you are writing something and it is not making you money, it is not copywriting. So copywriting should make you money. If it is not generating you revenue, then it is not copywriting. So back to the networking meeting and we're pitching and da-da-da-da-da. Let's say that maybe you're a content writer, you write blogs and stuff like that. So you're after the networking meeting or doing your break off one-on-one, da-da-da. Someone's like, what do you do? You say, I'm a content writer. Well, how excited do you think that they're gonna be about that? Probably not that excited, right? So that's because you're leading with a solution. If you think about common copywriting formulas, perhaps we are familiar with one called AIDA, A-I-D-A, attention, interest, desire, action. Another common one is PAS, problem, agitate, solution. What do both of those have in common? They start with problem. That means that you should start with the problem. So that is about the understanding. A better way to pitch yourself for a content, let's back that up and let's redo our, one-on-one intro with that dude. Oh, what do? You say, I help you get more leads by making it easier to find online. Whoa, who doesn't want more leads, right? Like, that's business. So jump that like all over the place, but jumping back to the believing. If you told that dude, I help you get more leads, but in his head, he's saying, I don't need more leads. I'm fine with that. I have enough leads. Like, my business is fine. He doesn't believe that he has this problem, so he's not going to be interested in your services. So the third value key is wanting. And what this means is that you can establish that there is a problem. You can have somebody understand that they have that problem. But what you need to do is help them illustrate what will your life be like once you can resolve it. A lot of people don't necessarily go to that extra step, and that's why they don't change. Think about how something's going wrong and you're not totally satisfied with something. Like, you live in an apartment and it's kind of noisy. Well, that is kind of annoying, but have you moved from there? No. It just has to become such a big issue that you're like, I just can't take it anymore. I can't sleep. I can't stand these neighbors. I can't stand this traffic. I want to move. So these are 3 steps that you have to take to be able to get other people to value your products and services and what it is that you can offer to them. So the key takeaway from the 3 keys to value is if you're like most people, you're probably using company logic. If you, after this, please open up your phone, look at your website. The first thing on there is about your solutions, your business, you. That's company logic. So you always want to lead with customer logic, whether you're doing copywriting or you're leading a prospecting meeting. So the second killer is me, me, me. I'm gonna say some weird stuff about grammar, but I don't really know anything about grammar, so it's probably gonna sound even more whack. You don't have to be good at grammar to be a good copywriter. But think about, whatever marketing it is that you have, your website, email sequences, all of us probably have a whole different setup. You need to, as much as possible, avoid using I, me, my, we, us, ours. How many of your sentences contain those? Exactly. You focus copy is the key. And I'm going to show you in a moment some really fun ways that you can flip-flop sentences around and change your syntax and change the order and use different words, because you can write sentences like almost entirely omitting we, us, ours. A good substitute is the article, the. So that's about the only grammar word that I know. So that's like, and of course, when you're drafting something, you're writing it for the first time, we're gonna get into exactly the step-by-step process that you should take to create drafts of your high converting copy. That's gonna be the next section from this. And it's totally normal that when you're doing your first draft and stuff like that, you just write sentences. That's like the normal way that you speak. But you have to understand and believe that copywriting is a different form of communication than what you're used to. So like, that sounds totally whack. Let's look at some examples. How many of us have this on our websites? This is about me. So this is one quick thing that you could go and change right away. Not our story. But that's really simple. Jamie, you're probably thinking right now, like, how's this gonna help me make $4 million? Let's look at what this looks like in some sentences. This, I caught myself. This was a learning moment for me. I was writing with someone about why they should come to Bold, and I was presenting and whatever, and I had never met her before. So what I was writing out to her was, you can check this out for a flavor of what I'm going to teach. I, me. So the change that I made is, you can check this out for a flavor of what you'll learn. So in the editing process, after you do your draft, after you do like the whole process that I'm going to show you in a few slides, you're going to be looking out for moments like these to either change the sentence, flip-flop it around. You want to get rid of me, 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 and change it to you. So let's look now at something. This is from Real Sales Copy. This is one sentence that I wrote in an email launch sequence for one of my clients. And so I just wanted to point out, most people here would say, our mastermind group. Ditch that, the mastermind group. So let's look at the sentence. The mastermind group is the place to be if you want my personal guidance on your headshots, clips, resumes, online acting profiles, and career questions. So what's the change? I flipped the sentence around. The sentence is almost exactly the same, but I just took this part right after the B that's red, and I put that at the beginning. So this is a trick that you can use in your own copy, where oftentimes, like, this is something for copywriters that when you know that you're starting to write something, usually the first like paragraph or two paragraphs or couple paragraphs are kind of bullshit. And like, you get warmed up and you get going once you're. So oftentimes what professional copywriters do is that we'll then delete all of the, warm-up fluff and just start right from where we really start to like put the pedal to the metal. So in this case, that kind of happened in my sentence. At the beginning was like some bullshit fluff. And then I realized that I picked up the pace later in the sentence, and you're able to flip it around. If you want my personal guidance on your headshots, clips, resumes, online acting profiles, and career questions, then the mastermind group is the place to be. That sounds so obvious. Now that you put it like that, I hope you're thinking. So with all that is some great groundwork. Those are the two biggest mistakes that I see people make in copywriting. There's so much more that I could teach, but just due to the nature of the time, I had to zoom in on what I thought was the most important. now we're going to talk about writing specific assets, because this stuff, like, you know, it's nice or whatever, but it's a little highfalutin. It's a little high level and abstract. How do I take this and make emails that make me money? How do I take this and write chatbots that sell my products? How do I take this and use it on social media? Because I'm tired of fucking posting on social media for free. Are you not tired of that? Do you enjoy just wasting your time shouting into the void? Who wants to stop posting on social media for free? Amen. Yeah. All right, let's start with emails. There are 2 important parts to email marketing. Yeah. I mean, you may be an email Nazi, but let me tell all of you in the audience something. Today's e-commerce company, Kylie Jenner's cosmetic company, today's companies selling online make up to 20% of their total revenue from email marketing alone.
We're gonna have a fight.
That's fine. So come to the after party and Lupe and I will box. But so for email marketing, it's just like to write a sequence, it feels like so overwhelming. Have you ever tried to write copy and you just felt totally lost? Yeah, raise your hands if you felt lost trying to make your own marketing. It's just like, where do I start? What do I do? What do I say? You read 27 articles on Google, they all contradict each other. Do these people even make any money, or are they just like pretending on social media that they make $10,000 and they have $20 in their bank account? What's real? What's fake? Let me tell you, I have a lot of zeros in my bank account, so you can listen to me, okay? And my clients have even more. My clients have even more zeros in their bank accounts than I do. So there's 2 keys to reducing that overwhelm. For email marketing specifically, it's the sequence and the structure. The first thing that you decide is that you're gonna, this is gonna be a welcome sequence. This is gonna be a launch. This is gonna be abandoned carts. Like, you gotta set up, how can you get somewhere if you don't know the destination? Well, this is like getting the fucking map paper before you put the X on the destination. And then there's the structure of the emails, and that is like, what exactly do I say in what order? So I'm gonna teach you how to do 2 different types of sequences. The first one is going to be a product launch. This does not have to be a live product launch, although it is great to do that. It can just be something that you have on evergreen. So basically, like, after somebody goes through your welcome sequence or whatever, they're engaged, then you send them something like this that you've already written that promotes your products. So does anybody here have any trouble figuring out what they would, like, what's a product launch? What would I do with that? Like, are we all good with, okay, cool. Raise your hand if you don't know, like, what you would do with this. What's a product launch? Okay, raise your hand, you guys, if you also sell something. There you go. You're going to, the subject of these next 10 emails is going to be based around what you sell. So, email number 1. It's a strong sales email. I call it introducing because the subject line, I usually just write introducing whatever the product is. Introducing Bold 2020. You're gonna set it up exactly using a format that I'm gonna show you in a couple of slides. So just kind of keep that one up there. But this, you can really let it rip. You're not really trying to give any value. This is like 100% sales. Start with the problem, yada, yada, yada. So your next emails are 2 through 7. And you might be thinking, Jamie, that's 5 emails. There's only 4 up there. Girl, are you leading me astray? What is going on? The reason is that you're gonna double one of those. You can pick one. Not the FAQ, because that'd be a little whack, but lesson, resource, da-da-da. Let's just go over it quickly. Lesson, this is your typical, like, if you've ever signed up for a free email course on how to do Instagram live marketing or whatever. And all the content is gonna be in the email. At the bottom, it's relevant to your product. So think to yourself, like, what is something that a potential client needs to know or believe before they can work with me? So, like, if we're trying to sell people on financial coaching, but they don't, for some reason, really even understand how much money they're making or something, it's like, here's intro to your paycheck. Like, taxes come out. That sucks. Aren't you upset now that you know how much comes out of that? With a sales call to action at the end, the resource, it could be your brand's content. You can link out to content that's relevant to your brand or a mix of both. And the purpose of this is value. These are your value emails. So you want to be like, here's a Coolio article that will help you with da-da-da-da. So what I do is like, you have a short, you're going to see the format, like not this slide, but the next slide. You start with an introduction, then you're going to have the title of whatever you're linking out to, videos, articles, whatever you want. Hyperlink that, then you just put like, 2 or 3 sentences about why you think it's awesome. And just do that for like 5 or 6 resources that you're going to share. Then at the bottom, you're always going to go with what's next. Do you want to learn more? These are great call to action section starters. I want to emphasize to you how simple this is. I do just right in the email. Your next steps, bold. Like it's 100% text-based emails. Just take all the pictures, all the fancy formatting. MailChimp is lying to you. That makes you go into spam, and that makes you get sorted into promotions tab and stuff like that. So just delete all that stuff, only use text. And what's next? Next step, learn more. These are what you can use some crutch phrases for this call to action. Just write that one sentence in bold, no headers, none of that bullshit. Your text only squad here. And then underneath a call to action for your thing, a success story. We know what testimonials are. Pick one long one or a couple of short ones. FAQ, I think we all know what some questions are. Then, this is a technology that I have developed myself. It's called the triple close. You're going to write 3 strong sales emails. Each one is individual emails. So you're not sending the same email 3 times. You're sending 3 different emails that are like 100% sales on the same day. So for the first one and the 2, these are just estimates for the time. So like if you can set it in your software to the client's time zone, feel free to do that. And if you're not able to do that, then just do this stuff in your own time zone. So people will get it at all whack hours, but it will be kind of like the same amount of time between them. So the first 2, we're going all in. We're going 100% sales, and we're going like, over the last few days, I've shared, so much value with you. You learned this quick win, like you already did this step. You already have seen dozens of testimonials from my successful students. And, I don't really know what else I can tell you. And now it's time to make a decision. And then remind them, here's all what's included, break it down, but in benefits, not features. So if you have like 10 modules on whatever, you want to be like, you're going to learn how to do da-da-da-da-da. Like, this is how it's going to make it amazing. Don't just leave it at like 10. People don't buy 10 modules. They don't buy like a 200-page PDF. They buy the outcome of that. So like, spell it out for them, Don't say 200-page PDF and make them like figure out what's good about it. Say, you get our amazing, fantastical workbook, which is going to help you bam, 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 bam. And then the late night email. This is the infamous, you up? What you doing? I wish I was kidding. Like literally the subject line of it is, you up? Just checking in, like just something dumb. And it's a short email. All it says is, I just wanted to make sure that you saw this. And if you wanted to join, that you do it. Just looking out for all of you procrastinators. And then a link. And that's it. So what should you do though for a closing if your product is available all the time? Because a lot of us are not really doing an open cart, closed cart, like, Amy Porterfield or Marie Forleo or whatever. Like they have fucking 100,000 plus people on their list. We don't have that. So we can't fucking live off of 3 months. You sell like 10 courses to your list of like 15 people. You can't live off of 3 months for that. So what should you do if your stuff is available all the time? There are a couple of different strategies. You can say that you're going to increase the price, but if you do that, you actually have to do it. Or during the launch period, like outside of the launch period, you could normally have your stuff be more expensive, but during the launch period, you reduce the price. Or you can add bonuses, and then you're just selling like your regular thing at your regular price, but when you do it now, you get all this fun extra stuff. Welcome series. So engage them daily for the first week. That is 7 emails. In the first email, make them an offer immediately. And then sharing is caring. So the rest of it, you can look at using your lesson or your resource format that you just learned a couple of slides ago. Fill that in with the rest. We are gonna have to take pictures now because we're gonna have to breeze through the rest of it. All right, this is the email template. Take a picture of this. Every email should only have one goal. So you're gonna write, my goal is for you to click out to the stuff. My goal in a sales email, obviously, is for you to buy the thing. And you're literally just gonna write email 1, whatever. Then you're gonna write primary conversion goal, sales, to buy the thing. Then you're gonna put bullet points. You're gonna write bullet points. Story, today I wanna talk to you about X. Today I wanna talk to you about how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Content, that's like what actually is gonna be the majority of the email, the call to action, and the PS. And you're gonna set it up into a template that looks like this. And this is how you stop being confused when it comes to writing copy and you don't feel so overwhelmed, because you already know the structure, you already know the sequence, you set it up and it literally says there, email 1, subject, preview, put some bullets, and then you start to fill them in. So we're gonna breeze through this stuff as fast as possible. Chatbots feel really scary because like conversation and I don't know. So the easiest tip that I can give you to break through that limitation is to treat them like email sales funnels. You're gonna wanna welcome people. You're gonna wanna share stuff. You're gonna wanna make different funnels for like each product that you have. You wanna create a character. So one tip is that you can either give it your own name or you can make up a name for it. You could do Jamie Bot or Robo Jamie or whatever. Or you can just make up something else. Like I have a client who uses Rebecca the Robot. And then pretend that your character is someone that you met at a party. What are 3 adjectives that you would describe this person with? Understand how chatbots are used. This is hyperlinked because you're all gonna get this presentation so that you can look through it at your own time. So click on that, read it, it's a Coolio article. What you need to know is that most people start a conversation with hi, hello, or they send an emoji, like the thumbs up emoji or that cat sticker on Facebook. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you have your triggers set up so that it can respond to something like that. Choose your goal, that is in purple, because we are about to breeze through some awesome examples of what it is that you can accomplish with these and keep the conversation going. All that means is that you wanna try to interlink your funnels as much as possible so that people don't have to go to the main menu to go back to something that you're just constantly recommending them or having conversation A, oh, you wanna learn about my products, and just have like a button or whatever. So you can distribute your free content. You can use RSS distribution. The 2 major tools are Chatfuel and ManyChat is what people, chat is what people use for Facebook and stuff like that. You can do individual blasts for your stuff. You can distribute your free content by creating a library. So here is where we could make a change as far as like keep the conversation going. In this copy, you can see that he says, interviews with change makers in health, wellness, business, and more. So something that we could have done, like right here it says watch now, over there it says share. But what we could have is more business. Show me more wellness, show me more health. So that would be a change that we could make to incorporate keeping the conversation going. In this example, you can do one-on-one blasts to promote your free content. So this is some copy that I wrote for Jay Shetty. And basically all it does is link out to an opt-in page and then you fill it out just like regular. But you can see that this is in line with, or I guess avoiding, the 2 conversion killers that we discussed earlier. It's, are you working in a career that's unfulfilling? What if you could do meaningful work every day? If you'd like to learn how. So you can do an entirely free course inside of your chatbot. This is something that I designed for Jay Shetty, just like with the email stuff. You can have that be delivered over chatbot as well. You can do segmentation quizzes, ask quizzes, research and development for new products and stuff like that just by sending blasts out. You can do sales, like we discussed, putting sequences together for each of your products. And something that I think is really cool is this one on the right, where it's like, okay, I like this dress. And then the user is able to say, do you have anything that complements this product? and it's able to make recommendations. Social, powerful social copy. You should work backwards, because how are you going to get there if you don't know where that is? So first, you should decide your call to action. If you have a content calendar, that should be pretty easy for you, because you know in advance what is rolling out and when. Then you have to select the platform, because there are no hard and fast rules about social media. You should always be experimenting. If somebody tells you short captions work on Instagram, they're full of shit. If somebody tells you that long captions work on Instagram, they're full of shit. If somebody tells you that about Facebook or whatever, like, you really just need to experiment and find what is best for you. Then you have to pick your main point. So if I was promoting a YouTube video, I might want to share so that you could scan it and kind of see what you're going to learn in the video. So a format that you could experiment with is maybe a medium form post where you have an emoji, a bullet kind of headline thing, and then 2 to 3 sentences underneath that, elaborate on it a little more. Emoji, headline, da-da-da, bam, 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 bam. That's going to be your content, which was from the email thing. And then finally, you're going to pick how you're going to lead in, whether that's a problem or a story or whatever. So thank you so much. My free funnel course is better than any course that you've paid $997 for. It's a 30-day thing. And then my personal email.
Now, what should you do if you want to continue learning about copywriting? What's a good next step for you to take after this video? Definitely make sure that you join my free 1-month sales copywriting course, where you're going to learn step-by-step processes for research, strategy, and of course, even more in-depth techniques on how to write stuff like sales pages and email sequences like you just learned today. You definitely want to join that and check that out at jamiedoerschuck.com/funnel. Also, if you want to join a community of smart marketers and business owners just like you, then come join our secret society. You'll find that at the Marketing Nerd Crew, jamiedoerschuck.com/crew. That's a place where we can connect with each other. You can get advice, not just from me, but also from professional marketers and high-level business owners just like yourself. Also, I heavily moderate the group, so you can be sure that there's nobody in there trying to scam you or sell you anything. You can find that link at jamiedoerschuck.com/crew, and you can find all the links that we just talked about, as well as all the other places of the Marketing Nerd community, in the description below. So if you like this video, then remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of my next free actionable marketing strategies. Thank you so much again for watching this far. I really appreciate it. If you decide to give any of these strategies that you learned in this video a try, please leave a comment and let me know how it goes, because I would love to hear from you. Also, if you're looking for something to watch next, definitely check out these 2 videos that just popped up on the screen for you, because I've personally selected them to follow what you're watching right now, so you know that you're gonna love them. Thank you so much once again for watching today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.